it's a good thing that the council eventually started working. And then I think about a few weeks ago they had like a town hall meeting, having some stakeholders together to make the problems and issues in the industry. So, well, that's a good start. So we keep our finger across to other things they want to do, and what's going to be the outcome of the meeting they had on that day, and what the solution they are intended to provide for the industry. When I wasn't in the meeting, I was in Dubai for trade facilitations on behalf of some represent some what they call this committee. So, but after I was represented, I had the report, I was well briefed, and so they actually addressed most of the issues we have that I think what they are coming out, what they begin to realize that the hinder, the prevention needs a unity. We need to unite to come out and address our problems. Rather than raising our issues and counter issues among the stakeholders. Let's sincerely have a provide an problem solutions to the issues in the industry. So it's a first step, and I think that the next thing going to have such thing to be more better than that. I don't know how you guys got to know that that floor is hot with CRFFA, but to be honest with you, we all know when the issue is actually in the court, we can't discuss it in the media or privately, so it's not belong to court to come out with what they say. Okay. The prayers of our floor, because whatever might be warranted, they have to go to court. I want you to know it's for the betterment of the industry.
So which means that the case is still in court?
I want to believe so. But the legal department will be able to answer the questions, as you know. So, and unfortunately, they are not around seat now. I want to believe that compare with international standards is the best of things, because like I told you in Dubai, we have a lot of issues, impediments that are affecting transportation in this country, and that's why Nigeria is actually heading, accelerating to inflation. Because you see that the country, the naira is getting weaker every day, and it's not only in Nigeria, but Nigeria is worse, and that was something that prompted us to go to visit Dubai. And one of the problems that's causing the cost of clearing in Nigeria is the automation system that we are just introducing in the country. And not even that, take for instance the web frontier that's caused disaster in the industry and nobody is talking about them. As I'm talking to you, the server will not work, a lot of issues is happening, and when the server is not, the rest is not being waived. And what's that mean to the importers? What is that mean to the cost of bringing things to the country? That's high cost. The concerning the importers will have to have those of this cost to them. So, and what's actually usually happens is that wait for this server will be there for 2-3 days, sometimes a week, and we will not be able to capture because they are the official service provider for customs. So most people are just giving the custom the bad name, where most of it is caused by this web frontier, and they've been given this contract by Federal Ministry of Finance. And don't forget that customs itself, they are under Ministry of Finance. So when you look at, we have to look at things holistically. And to bubble your boss, the web frontier are the same people who provide the service in Dubai. And they have a seamless services, no issues. They provide in Ghana. So we visited Paul, we do a lot of things, we have anything with stakeholders over there. So it's, and the good things, what we are finding out that they are, what we call is that the contract is going to an end. We will send letters, we will send our report, what we will say, what's happening. Because somebody was telling me, after stop be visible, as you will be visible, we have been doing a lot of works. Well, we just have to make noise. By the time this is materialized, you guys what Apple is doing. So we'll be working, we travel around, we see what is going on in South Africa, the clearing system over there, what they're doing there. We were in Dubai for about 10 days. We've been to Abu Dhabi, the big port, the free export zone, what's happening. So we begin to roll out the report, what we've seen in our trips. Because like I said, Afro is beyond Nigeria. Because what we are trying to do is, if we look at the after that Nigeria just signed a few years ago, it's not new. We're talking about Africa unity. All this is Africa unity treaties. What we're talking is free movement of goods and people. And that's what actually the after two is bringing on table. If you look at section 567 of Africa Unity Treaty, it's almost the same thing with this after. And why the Africa Unity Treaty is not working, we don't know. And if you remember in 1993, this treaty was signed in Abuja by Obasanjo, and the implementation started in 1984. But do we want to say they are successful? No. If you look at ECOWAS Trade Liberation Scheme, can we say we are selling with ECOWAS introduction? No, we are still having an issues. So that's why after come on board, we can't all sit in this country and begin to not to sit in international press standard. And that's what I prompted Afron to be in evolution. And that's what I prompted myself and some Afron member to go out the country to see how things will work over there. Here is the major problems. We have to, what we advise the government now is either they monopolize the service of welfare and you leave them after the contract expired. As they will have other service provider.
Okay.
We shall have 2-3 service provider to handle this. So there's going to be competitions. Because they are not losing anything. I've got my goods, it stayed about 2-3 weeks I could not capture and pay rent. What's the welfare suffering? You know, the other time we wanted to take them to court. Before we were invited by National Assembly, and we will make a prayer to National Assembly on these issues. They are one of the major problems in maritime. Most of the blame goes to custom because they are the ones who see. As I'm speaking to you, welfare does not even have a head desk in any of these terminals or any of these chapters. Who are the faces behind the welfare? Who are the cabal in welfare that they fold their hand and destroy this country? It's becoming a national problem we have to look at. Welfare has cost this country billions of naira, and people are not realizing this. What are the terms and conditions of welfare? Why are they doing this to this country? There are so many task force, so many committees that will take place in this country. The end result will determine what is being done. Take, for instance, for the block in the Tinkan Papa area. We have so many task force, so many things, still we will still having issues. You understand? So wherever anybody is that can connect to the country, but I want to build that the government policy and implementation must be reviewed in this country. The government need to be strict with their policies, and we need to look at the assessment of compliance. It's not meant when you make a committee and nobody to check or assess what they are doing. It's not meant when we make a law and break the law, they go scot-free. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what is happening, the government is very important to take any decision in this country, in any sectors, not only in maritime. But I want to tell you that we need to save Nigeria maritime as soon as possible. Otherwise, if this after take place, Nigeria will end up to be a dropping ground. Yeah, I think we're in 4 countries now. 3 countries. Because not after all is in, like it's in South Africa, is in Ghana, the Kigali one is coming on board very soon. So the Kigali one is coming on board. Virtually everywhere. We're in Port Harcourt, we're in Enugu, and We are in Enugu, we are in Apapa, Tinka, Peter, Merkel, say, airport here, and we're in Abuja. So these are the things where our phone is working hard because we have to make sure we put eyes on all of the section of this so we know what is going on in the industry. See, there are a few things I'm going to address on these issues. One, like I always say, the government has a role to play in everything. They know what to do if they need to sanitize some industry or some abnormalities. You see, most of it, the recent one we had about the vehicles from Canada and America, right? What I will say is this: the Nigerian government needs to have a collaboration with origins, authorities, agencies over there. So most of these things we prevented to come to this country before. Even either the drug by here by everything. So those are the same thing you advise now that too. Or some about substandard products. Have a collaboration, have an affiliation with agency in most of these countries. So they do pre-check every consignment of vehicle before it being shipped to this country. This will drastically reduce. And those people over there can be apprehended than the faithful, innocent faithful that over there. Because now the economic situation of this country is very bad. The average freight forwarder are not being prevention about their jobs. Yeah, and at the end of the day, most of us are innocent when things happen. But how do you prove this? How do you prove this? So what I believe that if the government agency can do that, it will reduce that. Then most of these agencies, NDNA, NAFDAC, so they need interaction with the freight forwarders and the importers too. And that's one of the things that has prompted what is happening on Thursday between the freight forwarder in airports. Sensitations. People need to be educated. You say you heard about the innocent people that get arrested for about to ship a fish to Dubai. You understand? So for God's sake, how will she know this? And this was being discovered during the time of the process to export. And most people they are not the way to be found. So a lot of people are ignorant, very innocent, most of it that happen. So we need awareness. We need to sensitize them. The government need to do a lot on the TV, with the media, in the different languages. Because I've seen that it's always good to communicate with people with the language they understand. I don't know what our proper EFCC to be looking for freight forwarders. I believe it is custom that's supposed to look for the freight forwarder that's being clear certain goods. So if peradventure EFCC is looking for somebody, maybe there's a record of money laundering somewhere that you are not having the details of what's happened. You understand? And if the vehicle is being stolen, it's very easy. It has to be, if not custom, you have to Interpol to apprehend. And it's very easy with the VIN of the vehicle to know where the vehicle is. What is the purpose of variant? Because the federal minister of finance enumerates some of the advantage of variant. So why are they struggling to look for them? Is the vehicle not being right in this country, or is it not being registered in this country? And what are the kind of those vehicles? It's very easy. Then you should go for the duties. If you actually come to the country, there's going to be bill of lading. It's an instrument. Check any vehicles. So where are they looking for them? Where are they? So I don't know. You said you heard. I've not heard. I'm hearing from both. Those are the questions.